everyone, MakeupDilse here. Today I wanted to go ahead and show some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes with you guys, and I really wanted to go ahead and do that when I had more of a portable camera, something that is very light to carry, because the last time I remember when I tried to film it with my camera, my hand got so tired that I just could not do it no more, seriously. So this is the drawer that is very favorite and close to my heart, and these are some of the eyeshadow palettes that I really like to work with. You will probably see repeated name brands. That is because the pigmentation and the product that they create in their lab is absolutely gorgeous and amazing, and I am really dying to show you and share with you guys. So the first palette I want to share with you guys that I have is by the Balm Cosmetics Meet Matte Nude. Now, I do want to let you know that just like everybody, I am also on budget and none of these products were sent to me. So what I like to do is find the best deal possible. So some of the palettes I did buy them, like this one right here. I probably didn't even pay half price for it at Hautelook, and if you want, I can leave a link down below in the description box. So please check out every single day. They will have something new in beauty section for you to purchase. This one is all matte eyeshadow and is why I decided to purchase this one, and I absolutely love this. The next palette in here is by Tartelette. This is also a very matte eyeshadow palette as well. I have been debating on the Tartelette 2 or not, so far I'm holding off on that one. This palette is by Urban Decay, and this palette I purchased when it was on clearance for like $10-15 on Ulta website, and that saved me some money right there. There's some of the palettes that I first starting to collect. Now these right here are the Makeup Forever 1, 2, and 3 that I showed and told you guys about in my haul. I absolutely love them. The pigmentation on these things are so good. Now you don't necessarily have to have all of them, because the color choices in these palettes are pretty much alike. Like top row here is pretty much, did I just do that? Oh shoot, okay. The top row over here is pretty much the same color collection from the #1 palette right here. So like I said, you don't have to have them, and this is the same story in the third palette, but the third palette was on clearance and is why I had to have that for this one color. So I got that. The other eyeshadow palette I have in here is Stila. This one is the Soul palette, and I've already shown you a review and a tutorial on this. Absolutely love this. This one is Boxed Beauty by Motives Cosmetics, and this one is I'm not so huge fan of. It does come with 2 full-size blushes and some of the eyeshadows, but I don't know why. I just don't tend to reach out for this one that much. Then this one is the Romantic Eye palette that I use for my Valentine's Day look. This also is a Hautelook purchase, so obviously I did not pay as much as the retail price. And this one as well is a Hautelook purchase, and this one is the Smoky Eye collection by Too Faced, and there you have it. I still have not played with this palette yet. The other palette I got is the Too Faced Sugar Pop that I have not reached out for in years, but is absolutely gorgeous and colorful. Probably something that I'm looking forward to using in springtime. This one right here is my all-time favorite from Too Faced, and I actually tend to reach out for this more so often. I used it as of yesterday. I love the packaging on these things. I think these would be a great containers to store any of your items afterwards. Then the other palette I have is Naked Urban Decay Basic, and then Lorac palette. This is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. For $24, obviously I didn't pay that much because I got it on Hautelook again. Hautelook is like where I live every single day. As soon as my clock hits 10 o'clock, you know that this is where I will be, Hautelook. This is a very pigmented palette, and I absolutely love this. Then the other palette I have down here is the Maybelline Nudes that I'm not a huge fan of because the pigmentation is not as good as some of the other palettes that I have, and that is why I don't tend to reach for that one as much as I need to. The other palette over here I have is the Buxom. This is the one that you create yourself. And these are some of the colors that I chose to put in here. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills M Resi palette that is absolutely gorgeous, and I love reaching out for this one. It is absolutely gorgeous. Every single color I have touched and used and loved. Then the other palette in here is Tarte. This was on sale when I purchased this, and the pigmentation on this palette, look at the size of these things. It is absolutely gorgeous. Then again, the other palette is Smashbox, a double exposure. That also is even still on sale. Then another good palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills that I have is the Artist palette. It is full of fun colors. I actually purchased this because of this pretty yellow color right here, and I think this is very, very gorgeous. Then the other palette I have from Anastasia Beverly Hills is the Self-Made palette. And again, I absolutely love this. I think Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes are very, very highly pigmented, and they're just to die for. I will probably never buy her single eyeshadows because I feel like they're so expensive. But when she comes out with these palettes, I feel like that's more worth it. So this is my Naked palette, and then I have my Naked 2 and my Naked 3, which is actually one of my favorite palette. I think this is the most beautiful palette that every single girl should have. It is so pretty for every single day use or night even. I absolutely love this. This was the very first palette that I bought from Naked and Urban Decay, not Naked, and then went with 1 and then later on with 2. I probably will never get the 4th one though. Then I got Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, and it took me forever to decide to get Semi-Sweet Chocolate. And then I have my Lorac Pro palette and a L'Oreal palette that I never reach out for, and then my Makeup Forever Holiday Collection palette, which is a very fun colors. But then again, same thing. This is something that I'm very disappointed with Makeup Forever palettes, is they have a lot of repeated colors. So if you look at it, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 7 and 8. So I have these colors pretty much in the other palettes that I purchased after I purchased this one. So yeah, I feel sad about that. The other palette, one of my favorite palette I have, is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which is also one of the good palettes out there, and you definitely should own a matte palette. Japanese pixelated palettes are some of the very, very pretty and highly pigmented palettes. I absolutely love this, although I don't reach out for the matte ones as much as I need to, but I absolutely love the pixelated side of that. This right here is my very first makeup palette from MAC Cosmetics, and actually altogether from any brand at all. This was it. This is the only palette that I ever owned. Then I have my MAC Neutral palette, and this one right here is the MAC palette, but it actually has Makeup Geek Duochrome palette, shades in there, waiting for some more MAC Makeup Geek coming in mail. Then I have my Too Faced Holiday Collection right here, my Lorac Pro palette, Mega 2, I never realized Mega 1 was out there, but anyhow. Then I also have my Bon Voyage, which was again from Hautelook, so I didn't pay so much for it. So seriously guys, if you are wanting to grow your collection, you really want to check the Hautelook website out. They really do have a lot of good collection of makeup products out there. Today they're having, as of yesterday, they're having Stila Cosmetics on it for a really good price. This one is a holiday collection of last year by Too Faced, and I absolutely adore this palette. I think this palette is everything. This right here is the other side of my drawer, and this is where I keep some of my mascaras, some of my sample mascaras, my new concealers by LA Cosmetics, and my empty containers back here for me to do a video for you guys. And then this one right here is a Sephora palette that was a limited edition, and also was my second palette that I got into was from Sephora. So first was the MAC palette, then I started growing my collection purchasing Sephora palettes, and this really got some love from me. And then I bought me some more Sephora. This one was on clearance from Ulta. This one is Urban Decay Amo palette, and again, still yet to use. I have another palette. This one is also by Urban Decay, and this has some really pretty vibrant colors. Then I have some of my BH Cosmetics Eyes on the 60s and my 80s and Galaxy palette down there. And these are the palettes I really like to use when I am doing a fun look, so I don't have to use my expensive colors. Here is my third but last drawer of eyeshadow palettes. Then this is my newest member of my family, Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, and I just did a tutorial for you guys using nothing but this eyeshadow collection, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It took me forever to decide if I wanted to this palette or not, but in the end I'm very satisfied that I did. Here is my Urban Decay Vice 2 palette that I absolutely love. I first bought this palette only and only because of this one color that I really have never used. But anyhow, that's that. Then the other palette I got was the Tarte Cosmetics palette when it was on sale at Hautelook Beauty. I really like to take advantage of the sales when it's on, and especially when you can apply a coupon and get a freebie or two. That's really makes you get a good deal there. The other palette I have is by Anastasia Beverly Hills Tamanna palette, which is also a very close to my heart and a favorite one of all time, and I love reaching out for this one. Then I have some more of the Sephora collection here, and then this one is Anastasia Beverly Hills Beautiful Eyes. It only has 4 shades in there, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Fun for traveling. Then I have my Pop Beauty. This one is Bright Up Your Life, and then this one is a neutral called Naturally Bare eyeshadow palettes. And then I have my Kat Von D palette right here, and then a Naked Urban Decay On the Run palette that I still have yet to play with. And then I have my Morphe Brushes palette back here. This one is the Jaclyn Hill palette that I absolutely love using and reaching out for. I'm so happy that I finally was able to get it. I hope you guys got your hands on this one as well. This one is Morphe 35C, which is all matte eyeshadows, and that is what I used for my peacock themed tutorial. If you guys have not watched it, please click the link down below. This one right here is another matte yet shimmery palette as well, and this one is in 35W. I have my Makeup Geek palette that I just love having it on my table just so it has that easy access, because this palette has all sorts of colors from matte to shimmer. And if anybody's wondering, this is a MAC Cosmetics palette. The only thing is you do have to buy these magnets from eBay for about $2 something for like 20 of them or 100 of them, something like that. And it ooh. And yeah, that's about it. So that is my Makeup Geek palette, and this is how I like to store them. This carousel right here, I do have some more of the smaller eyeshadow palettes. This one is by Wild Child from BH Cosmetics. Then I also have a Too Faced Natural Face palette and a Sephora palette right here, and then another e.l.f. Cosmetics along with a NYX Cosmetics all the way down there. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video of my eyeshadow collection, and if you have any questions, suggestions, leave them down below in the comment box for me. Don't forget to subscribe if you already have not, and if you are subscribed, then thank you so much for being a part of my life, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.